channel. Thank you so much for your time. It is such a valuable thing. I know that it is very, very rough out there at times. So just hopping on here to hear me and to share with me is just exceptional. I just thank you so much. I hope the Lord blesses you in the time that you spend with me, and maybe you'll be encouraged and enlightened to either amplify and ignite your own life with the Lord, or maybe share a word that you're not familiar with the experience, and you hear me and you know someone else is struggling through it. Like, I just pray that people really find the freedom in Jesus that is true. None of this worldly religion stuff. At the end of the day, I know that there is a creator, and he's after us. And it's him after us, not us after him. So at the end of the day, I just want to just praise him in it and thank him for everything that he's done for me and tell the world at the same time. So welcome, welcome, welcome to Back in the Closet. My name is Stacy. I'm sure you're wondering what the heck that title means. Sit back, relax. It's going to take a few, but I assure you that I try to bring as much entertainment and as much positivity as I can in such a dark world. I just want to show the love of the Lord and what he's done in my life, how mercy and grace is just bathed me over and over and over, and just has filled up my cup and fed me and just directed me. And the fact that he is after me is just mind-boggling to me. I want to share it with the world, and I know that most of you have experienced his love and his grace as well. And I just want to share that, and I hope to encourage you to share yours as well. So if we could get started, I just want to start with the Lord's Prayer. It has really encouraged me in times where I didn't have a word to pray. Sometimes I can only pray Jesus because I don't know what to pray about or what to pray for, or I'm so hurt that I don't know what. So I believe there's a lot of power in his name alone. But I think that the Lord's Prayer covers every aspect of our life and everything that we need to survive. And it has just amplified and ignited my life in times where I had no idea the words to pray. So I want to encourage you today to join me in prayer. And if we can do that, just bow your head. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. Man, I really do hope that heaven comes down in this thing, because like, for me to just show me, I don't know anything about what's going on here. The technology is a total learning curve. I really am not a professional at speaking, but I'm going to do my best. However, I am a professional at talking trash, so maybe I'll do that a little bit too. So anyway, I just want to be, a light. I know that this is a crazy ass, dark dungeon of a world. I know that there also is a counteraction to that, and he is the winner. He is the redeemer. He is the refiner, and he has saved me from the depths of my soul, man, and the depths of this world. Every single thing I feel like he has provided for me, I have turned vile. Everything that he has given to me, I have turned vile, and he has redeemed me again and again and again and again. And I just cannot thank him enough. So anyway, a little bit of background about myself. I grew up in a tiny town in the southeast corner of Kansas called Columbus. Really quaint, really super amazing town filled with amazing people. Went to great school, had the greatest teachers. I have had the greatest, most rich upbringing. Even though there was traumas and issues in the household, like what I know now as an adult and who I've came across in my life, I cannot complain about anything. The way that I grew up was almost magical. If it wasn't magical, I think that it was. I think God knew exactly what he was doing with the family that he gave me. I know he knew exactly what he was doing with every situation that my parents have went through to lead me up to this point. And I just delight in all of it. Grew up in this small town, played sports, was in band. My dad was a children's minister, so that kept everything exciting. My mom was a pianist, so lots of creativity, lots of music in the house. Just like rock star musicians in my family. Just really, really exceptional upbringing. Almost comical at times because it was so like unrealistic. My dad drove this conversion van, which was full of children all the time. Everybody wanted to be at my house all the time. It was like Grand Central Station, whether it be my siblings, friends, or my own. There was a lot of safety that I didn't know what was going on at the time, but now as an adult, still talking with those friends, it provided this environment of creativity, an environment of being honest and transparent and being able to be yourself, which was an incredible thing to do. So moving forward, growing up, great life. When I was a kid, I always wanted to get out of the country. I grew up in town, but it was still very country. Like my senior year of high school, we got our third stoplight, which was like so weird to most people. So I was ready to flip the coop. I moved to Joplin, Missouri, where I didn't go to school. I just started to work in the hospitality industry. Worked for many years there in Joplin. Have a lot of stories from there. Have a lot of stories from childhood as well that we'll get into. But moving forward, I decided to go to culinary school. So I moved to Springfield, Missouri, where I attended culinary school there. And what a delight that experience was as well. I've always been intense, so it was just kind of like a God-given grace for me to enter that industry of psychoness, psycho behavior, and intense and loud, obnoxious, just fit right in. So it was definitely, I was at the right place, the right time. So then moving on, just leading myself up into this point, I don't really know what the purpose is of this whole podcast, but I do know that I have been saved from the trenches of different scenarios in my life. Even though my parents gave me that foundation, there's been times where I have fallen from that, and where I have story after story after story of God picking me up out of that situation and placing me upright, cleaning me up, dressing me up, and sending me on to the feast. So I am so grateful. I am so humbled in this experience. Like I said, it's just like a huge learning curve for me. So I'm just trying to be as transparent and honest as possible. So that being said, me being an intense person, I pretty much follow spiritually intense guidance. It takes a lot for me to get the light turned on upstairs, and I always seem to go for the intense teachers online. So spiritual guidance and ways I need intense direction too, because there's a lot of times where I can hear something but I just don't do it. I'm a slow learner, if you will. So I just want to share Priscilla Schreier. I like her a lot. I follow her online. She has like a Pentecostal evangelistic outlook on the Lord, which is really in line with my way of beliefs. I was raised Pentecostal, and I do believe, like, doctrine wise, I fall into that the most in the way, in the views that I believe in, the ways that I believe in. So I am I'm always attracted to people that are pretty intense. So here is a woman that is talking about that there is an enemy and how he's real. how he doesn't want you to know that he's real. He wants you to just think that it's like a fairy tale thing. I'm here to tell you that there is an enemy, and he has gotten a hold of my life numerous times. I don't think his intentions are for you to follow him as in worship him. I think his intentions are just to throw you off, distract you, and get you doubting in yourself and the Lord, which will lead you on a path of destruction and death. I know from my own experience that I have been picked out of that walk a lot. God has redeemed me and saved me from the most hurtful things in my life, the most dark times in my life. And when I didn't know how I was going to get to the other side, he almost made it comical with what he's used for his own glory. What the devil intended on just total despair and destruction, he has picked me up. The Lord has picked me up and has washed that off and set me straight. So I just could not be more thrilled than that. And that's why I am here. That's why I follow the intensity of the teachers that I do, because I am a hard learner at sometimes. There's been points in my life where I should have snapped out of it sooner, but I just needed more of a learning experience. I wasn't ready to take on that endurance, that I was gaining through that experience yet. So I just want you to listen here and definitely know that there's an enemy, and she puts it in a really, really good, clear way. So check it out.
You need to know that there is an enemy. He is against you. He is not for you. He plans to do anything and everything in his power to stir up challenge in your life enough to cause you to shrink back and not rise up and stand firm in the victory that you have been given in Christ Jesus. That's why the Apostle Paul says, stand firm, because you have an enemy. An enemy that wants you to think that just because he is invisible, he is also fictional. He wants to be chalked up to nothing more than a caricature, a cartoon picture, a myth, a character for a kid's nursery rhyme. He doesn't want you to recognize the influence that he has over your life, possibly to cause you to never walk into the full expression of God's grace and goodness in your life. He is sinister. He is a master illusionist, and he is a deceiver. And he hopes to cleverly disguise himself behind life's most pressing problems to where you will forget he is even there. He wants you to point fingers at him or at her, at your boss, at your parent, at that particular professor or your RA in your dorm. He wants you to think it's that advisor or it's that financial problem, anything flesh and blood, because he knows as long as we're looking at the flesh and blood, we will direct all the wrong weapons at the wrong culprit.
Man, it's so true. I believe that he is ready and waiting patiently. He is good at his game, and he has definitely been good at making himself a fairy tale. And I think that that's a lot of people get into this realm of what they see is what is. And I am a firm believer of what you see is only a minute speck of what is. There is a huge spiritual realm out there. And, you've heard of those guardian angels that are appointed to you. I think there's also a counteraction to that, and demons that are ready to throw you off guard, to make you feel uneasy, to make you feel insecure or not good enough to serve the Lord or to share in his gospel. I know that I have been deceived in many ways in that same thing where I was just like, I'm not good enough for this. I can't do this. In fact, this little creative endeavor has been a calling of mine for many years, but I just knew that I wasn't the one. I knew that I didn't have the background or the knowledge to tell people about Jesus or to get on here. I didn't have the knowledge of this technology and still don't. But I do know that there is a provider, a redeemer, a refiner, a creator of the universe that is after me and has spoken with me and has given me the endurance and the courage to jump on here and say, that's it. I've had enough. I'm going to be the person that I am. I'm going to share the most depths of my soul. And I am going to definitely glorify the Lord in every step of the way. I would not be the person that I am today unless I would have went through every single stubbing my toe, totally falling on my face. I delight in those moments. I have failed so many times that failure to me is just a learning experience. I know some of you really get in an uproar about failing or losing. But at the end of the day, I have never learned by winning. I was always too much of an egotistic person to shut up and hone in on why I even won. I was just a winner. So I delight in that now. I find a lot of freedom in failure. I find a lot of freedom in totally being humbled in my failure, to know that God is there right where I'm at. He's ready to meet me where I'm at if I just settle down and listen. And my industry has been intense and distracting and keeps you busy, which I think is the point of Satan throwing you off. I think that's his biggest scheme, is to make you busy. And I have been extremely busy in my stress at times. I have been an overthinker. I have been an oversharer. And at this point, all I can do is say enough is enough. I have totally ruined it, but I do have a redeemer. I do have a counselor. I do have a director of my life, and I am in full surrender mode with him. And I think that's what's brought me here. I mean, I don't know what else would have brought me to this point. So I'm very, very grateful. A little ranting and raving I have. So before I go, I'm just going to tell you, if you are living in your purpose of the Lord, you are going to have some serious darts flying at your head. There is going to be the people that you love the most come after you to tell you how wrong you are, because maybe they're scared for you, or whatever may be the case. Just stay the course. Stay focused. Don't give up. You don't follow man. I don't follow man. There is not one single person in this earth or on this earth that is willing and able to be what God is in your life other than God. It is beyond this world. There is nothing that can guide you better than the voice right inside of you. The spirit that lives inside of you is willing to take on every single aspect of your life and give you direction, whether it be your finances, whether it be your relationships, whether it be your education road, whatever it may be, your purpose in this life. He is ready to direct you, and he's the only one that can make you flourish in your own purpose. I'm not saying that you can't have talents. I'm not saying you can't get rich in this world. I'm not saying that you can't have everything that you possibly could have tangibly. I'm not saying you can't have every beautiful woman or beautiful man that you want. But that is an earthly thing. And this world is so much more than what we can see. At the end of the day, everybody needs saving. And I am a walking example of being saved on a regular basis. I have went through some tragedy in my life. I have experienced some exceptional things. I have experienced some really dark things. But at the end of the day, God is there for me. So the difference in between living a life of outside of his purpose and living a life inside of his purpose is peace and joy and contentment. You can have full contentment in the total darkness that you go through in life because he's there. And his love and his direction in your life is, I'm telling you, will make you fall into something just extremely magical, beyond this world. I would not be doing this if it wasn't for something else that you can see. So again, thank you so much for your time. I just want to just encourage you to stay on track, to listen to that inner voice, to let God work on you and hone on you and prune the most dark places or the most calcified places in your life. Surrender that to him and you will flourish. Thank you so much again for joining in. I will see you next time. Check you later.